What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we re-diving into some seriously cool new tech that might just change how we interact with the world around us. Even Realities is back, and they're not just releasing a new pair of smart glasses. They're relaunching a whole ecosystem with the brand new Even G2 display smart glasses and a companion device, the R1 Smart Ring. This combo aims to make smart glasses more intuitive, more powerful, and a whole lot cooler. So are these the smart glasses we've all been waiting for? Let's find out. First, let's talk about the main event, the Even G2 display smart glasses. If you remember the first generation, the G1, you'll know they were a solid attempt at creating lightweight, functional smart glasses. The G2 takes everything good about the G1 and refines it. Visually, they're much sleeker. The temples are 54% slimmer, which is a huge deal for comfort and style. They look less like a piece of tech and more like a pair of fashionable glasses you do actually want to wear every day. Plus, for the first time, they're IP67 rated for dust and water resistance. So if you get caught in the rain or have a sweaty workout, you don't have to panic. This is a massive step up in practicality. But what about the display? After all, that's the smart part of smart glasses. The G2 features an updated version of Even Reality's HAL optical engine. This is a fancy way of saying the combination of micro-LED projectors and special lenses has been improved. The text still appears in that signature bright green, but now with added depth and sharpness. This is where it gets really interesting. Even Reality says the new glasses can display information at different depths. Imagine getting a notification or an AI prompt that pops up, seemingly floating further away than your main interface. This means you can get new information without losing the context of what you were already reading or looking at. It's a subtle but potentially game-changing feature for user experience. And for all my fellow glasses wearers out there, there's great news. The G2 supports a much wider range of prescription lenses, from -12 to +12 diopters. This makes them far more accessible to a lot more people, which was a limitation with some earlier models. Accessibility is key, and it's great to see Even Realities prioritizing this. They've also improved the battery life. The G1 gave you about a day and a half, but the G2 pushes that to 2 full days on a single charge. And the charging case? It can provide up to 7 full recharges. This means you could potentially go for 2 weeks without needing to plug the case itself into a wall. That's fantastic for travelers or anyone who just hates carrying around a bunch of cables. Now, let's talk about the new sidekick, the Even R1 Smart Ring. This is where the whole system gets a lot more futuristic. While you can still control the G2 glasses by tapping the touchpad on the frames or using voice commands, the R1 ring offers a completely new way to interact. It's a small, stylish ring made from ceramic and medical-grade stainless steel, and it has a flat touchpad surface on it. By simply swiping or tapping the ring on your finger, you can navigate the glasses interface without ever having to lift your arm to touch your face. Think about how discreet that is. You could be in a meeting or on a date and subtly check your notifications without anyone even noticing. It's less clunky than the neural band that came with Meta's glasses, but it offers a similar level of subtle control. But the R1 isn't just a controller. It's also a health tracker. It has an optical heart rate sensor and an accelerometer built right in. This means it can track your heart rate and your steps throughout the day, and all that data can be viewed directly on your G2 glasses. So the ring is useful even when you're not actively controlling the glasses. It's a clever 2-in-1 device that adds a lot of value to the whole package. It makes the G2 feel less like a standalone gadget and more like the hub personal data ecosystem. Of course, hardware is only half the story. The software is getting a major upgrade too, particularly with a new AI feature called Conversate. The G2 still supports the features we saw in the last model, like real-time translation, notifications, and a handy teleprompter mode. But Conversate is something new. The idea is that during a conversation, the AI can provide you with explanations, context, or even suggest follow-up questions in real time, displayed right in your field of view. When the conversation is over, it can generate a summary with key points. On one hand, this sounds incredibly powerful for business meetings, interviews, or even just for learning new things. On the other hand, it could be a bit distracting. I can imagine trying to focus on what someone is saying while also reading AI prompts. This is definitely a feature we allow have to test in the real world to see if it is genuinely helpful or just a bit overwhelming. This brings me to my overall impression. The Even G2 and R1 ring are a fascinating leap forward. Even Realities has clearly listened to feedback. The glasses are more comfortable, more durable, and more powerful. The ring is a genius addition for control and health tracking. However, with all these new features, especially the Conversate AI, there's a definite sense that there will be a learning curve. These aren't just simple notification displaying glasses anymore. They're trying to be a genuine assistant. They aren't aiming to replace your phone in the way Meta's glasses seem to be, but they are adding layers of complexity. Whether that complexity translates into a truly useful, seamless experience remains to be seen. So let's talk price and availability. The Even G2 display smart glasses and Even R1 smart ring are available to order right now. The glasses will set you back $599, and the ring is priced at $249. However, Even Realities is running a launch promotion. For a limited time, if you buy the G2 glasses, you can get the R1 ring and other accessories for 50% off. That brings the price of the ring down to about $125, which makes buying the bundle a much more attractive option. In conclusion, the Even G2 and R1 ring represent a very compelling vision for the future of wearable tech. They've improved the hardware in almost every way, and the addition of the smart ring for control and health tracking is a brilliant move. The AI features are ambitious, and while they might take some getting used to, they have the potential to be incredibly useful. Is this the package that finally makes smart glasses a mainstream product? It's too early to tell, but it's one of the most promising and well-thought-out attempts we've seen so far. I'm really excited to get my hands on a pair to do a full, in-depth review for you all. What do you think? Are you ready to wear your computer on your face and finger? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this first look, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our full review. We'll see you in the next one.